In this video, I would like to explain generic methods, and I would like to emphasize these two task loads in the Realize It. First, let's go to the ZyBook 1.8. And in the ZyBook 1.8, many of our students feel difficulty in this question, generic methods. So I'm going to explain this one. And so this is a class item minimum. In this class, we define one function, which is the triple average, and get the average of three objects, right? And this is the object type, which is the data type parameter. It has been defined as the type. And it mentioned this is extends from the number, which corresponding to all the later, when you see the variable defined as the type, it means it's one number object, okay? So then in that case, it is, keep in mind, this is the number, this is the class name. And once you define this number object, you can only invoke the methods, right, of the number class through the objects. Let's take a look at this one, right? So in this function body, so we declare the triple sum double variable, and then you have a triple sum has assigned to be sum of three object, right? Because it's the type object. And this the type is a number. And the number is the data wrapper. And we cannot directly use sum, this operation on the number class. So this reason we have to change this one. So this line is wrong. If we change this one to B, I'm going to clean the notation. Okay, I'm going to tap here. So we need to retrieve the value, right? Since this is a double, so we can have for data wrapper, we have a primitive data type and followed with value. In that case, it retrieves the double value from this number object. So we do we invoke this function for each what we defined object. Okay, so this is the place something is wrong, right? And then after that, you get a double value divided by 3.0, then this function will be correct. And in the main function, it's really just like, you create a different, the objects, and you want to sum up all of them together, right? Which is, of course, is a number object. So I'm going to run that and check that. Okay, then so we're suppose it will run the statements one by one, right? Get the results. So this is the results. That's very good. And then let's check. There's any difficult question. We feel confused a lot. So this is challenge activity and type the program output. So this is a class name is item choice. In this item choice, which do have one function corresponding to choose item. So this is the function, right? Choose item function. In this choose item function, we have three inputs of them, which is the data type parameter T extends comparable T, right? It's just say that this data type can compare, this data type has defined specific method used to compare the objects of itself, right? The objects of the same class. Okay, so so after that, let's take a look the function body. So we define the temporary variable choose item assigned to be item 1. If item 2 compared to and choose item larger than 0, in that case corresponding to the item 2 is greater than item 1 in this case, right? Then you change it to be choose item to be item 2. And then the second if statement is compare item 3 with the largest item between the item 1 and item 2. And so the whole this choose item procedure want to compare the given 3 objects and to find the biggest one. So here in these statements, we really don't care about how they compare these 3 objects and what is the specific this object could be, right? It could be used to compare the tickets, or it could be compared to humans. So this data type can be specified based on the user usage. And also when the user use this function, they need to specify what is the data type for each given objects. Right? And in that case, it is that class, that data type should already included compared to methods, and which is implement that class should implement comparable this interface, right? Then after that, in the main function, they have 3 objects, which is integer objects, of course, they can return something, right? So when you use these 3, then we want to see what could be the results to display. So in this case, we wanted to display the biggest one, right? So now let's take a look. Let's use the start, click the start. So they will ask you what could be tap. So if you tap, let's say we random tap 1, okay? So we tap, 3, right? That would be wrong, right? In this one, the result should be 6, right? Let's tap 6, then we tap click check. They said you need to tap 6, enter key, right? So in that case, you can go to next. Enter key. Yeah, so now it's good. It's just so when you use the ZyBooks, the platform to run the code, and also there is auto grading, right? And they will point out what they expected. So now here, sometimes we may do not take a look at the details. So this is the print ln. Since it's a print ln, of course, in this statement, the choose item, you get the 6, right? Since this is the print ln, so this reason they require have a new line key. Okay, so this is the difficult question in the ZyBooks reading. Now I'm going to realize it and take a look at the next. We're going to here, right? We're going to we finish this one. This is ZyBooks generic methods. Now we're going to the generic methods. And keep in mind the format of generic methods corresponding to, we need to specify the data type parameter for generic methods. And usually as what we showed here, we need to provide the curly bracket and give the data type parameter. And if we ignore extents corresponding to it, it's just the object, capital O object class, right? So if we extend that corresponding to this data type, do you have all this kind of property, what do you derive from, right? And then so later, so this data type parameter, all the later code, you can replace this data type parameter in the concrete specific invocation. Then they will specify the data type for that. So in the generic method, it will automatically specify what is the argument for this data type parameter. Okay, so now I'm going to the second one.